Hey guys, hope you're well. This is Sevi from Pilates and Yoga with Sevi. Today's routine is going to be with tarot bands. So I have chosen a band with a medium strength and blue color. You can use any band that you got at home. Some, as you know, some of them got weaker and a stronger elasticity, so you can choose whatever. You can work with whatever you got at home. So today we're going to start in a full-point kneeling position. Before we start, I'd like you to fold your band in half, approximately in half, and you're going to place it down in front of you. So you're going to come into a full-point kneeling position, hands underneath your shoulders, knees underneath your hips. And then as you put your band down, you should have the folded half towards the front of your mat. With the front hands, that's going to come through the band, and you're going to hold onto the band just like that. So simply grab your hand around it. Place this hand down underneath your shoulder. So this is my left hand. And then you're going to hold onto the opposite ends with your right hand. So just stabilize your position first. Make sure your spine is super nice and long. Your knees are approximately underneath your hips, and you're getting a strength in your core, pulling the navel up towards your spine. So next time, take a big, beautiful breath in, and then breathe out to soften through the elbows, keeping the eye gaze just in front of the fingertips. Great. When you feel ready, take a beautiful big breath in and lift your back hand up just about shoulder height, so the hand is reaching out to in line with your shoulders. And then bring the hand back, breathing out. Breathing in to reach the hand out to the side, and then let the hands come back to center. Good. So if you do need to make it a little bit lighter, just reach towards the end of the band, and then there's less pressure as you lift the arm. Good. So last couple. Every time you lift, you're gonna stabilize with the rest of your body. Keep the strength in your core. And then next time, you're going to lift the hand up, hold it there, and see if you can lift your opposite leg, so your front leg, your right leg with the left hand, and then bring everything back to center. So there's a lot of stabilization going on there. I'm going to do 5 more of these. So you're going to reach the arm and leg at the same time. Keep pulling on the band, feel the squeeze between the shoulder blade, and slowly release back and down. You do not have to lift high, and if you do want to, you can also touch the toes, maybe down to the floor behind you. That's the one. So you're going to have 3 more. Feel free to take a little rest anytime you need to. Work in your own tempo with your breath. Keep the squeeze in the glutes as you lift your leg. 2 more. Find that breath moving evenly in and out. And of course, if you don't hold the band properly strong enough, it can snap. So make sure that you do that. Alright, the last one. And then slowly release the hands back and down into the floor. Good. Take a little stretch. Reaching the hips back towards the heels into your child's pose. The hand that was on the floor, hooked into the band, just pick it out and let the back of the hand gently press into the floor, so you can take a little rest through the wrist joint. You may even have a little roll through the wrist joint. And when you're ready to sit up, you're simply going to pick up your band and then change, turn the other way. So you're going to slide the hand free, grab hold of the band with the right hand, and then the left hand, and then holding on with the band with the right hand. Bring the left hand down, knees underneath your hips, reset, whenever you're ready to lift. So whenever you're ready, the arms lifting up just about shoulder height, and then slowly release the hand back and down underneath your shoulder. Good. Now if it feels more comfortable when you bring the hand down, it's okay to bring the hand slightly outside of the width of the shoulder, as long as the rest of the body is facing the floor, so the hips and shoulders are square, the belly button is pulling strongly towards the spine. And if you start to feel that there is an arch in your back, just reset, make sure that there is a neutral spine position in place. If it's possible, do not let your head hang. And then next time, if you're ready for the challenge, you've got 6 repetitions. You're going to leave the arm and the leg at the same time. So let the arm, the leg reach up. At the same time, squeeze and slowly release. Take the breath in. Remember, breathing in through the nose and breathing out through the mouth. Good, 4 more to go. Keep a bit of a softness in the elbow at all times. And be aware of that lower back, do not let it arch, so really squeeze. Good work, well done. Keep the eyes on the floor, 2 more to go. Great job, a little rest at the center and the bottom, and the last one. Great work, well done. You may be shaking a little bit, don't worry, that's normal. At the band, put it down on the floor and then just stretch your arms forward into your child's pose, letting the hips push back a little bit, stretching right through the fingertips, allowing yourself to have that lovely length in the spine. And then next time, as you breathe out, very gently, find your way down on the floor. So place your band just in front of you, slide the legs away and allow the whole of your body to come down on the floor. So then start to work into the back of the body, feet about hip width apart, the front of the feet facing the floor, hips pressing into the floor. The band is in front of you and you're going to hold on to each end of the band with your hands very gently between the thumb and the index fingers. Place the forehead down into the floor and just relax your upper body down. Find your new position, your new setup. Find the breath in through the nose, out through the mouth, into the rib cage. And then whenever you feel ready, we are going to bring the elbows just a little bit closer towards the shoulders, relaxing the shoulders away from the ears. Take a lovely big breath in and then breathe out gently. Lift your upper body, keeping the arms on the floor, keeping the eye gaze just in front of the mat and the chin gently tucked in. And then relax the upper body back and down. And then we're going to do that again. Lifting on the out breath, keeping the shoulders away, and then bring it back and down. So we bring in a bit of movement, a bit of engagement, mobility into your spine. 2 more like this. And it's okay to stay here. So if this is all that you want to do, you're still working your back. So you're going to let the rib cage, top of the rib cage slightly lift off the ground. And this is when it's going to become a bit tricky. So next time, if you do find that you can go a little further, just extend your arms slightly longer in front of you. Take a lovely big breath in. On the out breath, just lift your head, just to straighten your arms. And as you are at the top, you may find that you can lift your arms off the ground. And then bring the hands back. Relax your upper body back and down into the floor. Do that again. Keeping the chin tucked in. Let your upper body lift first. And then once you feel the strong position, try to keep the upper body off the ground as you lift the arms off as well. Then slide the hands back and then relax the whole of the upper body back into the floor. Good. You got another couple more like this. Try to keep the feet on the ground about 2 feet apart. And you really want to focus on lifting with the back, not squeezing with the glutes. So if you can, relax the big toes towards each other. So next time, the arms lifting up, and you got the choice to bring the band across your chest, pushing the elbows wide apart. Bring the arm back to center and release back and down. That's it. So we got 3 more like this. Lifting the upper body, the arms, opening the chest, shoulder blades together, arms long and down. Keep the breath flowing. So you're going to breathe in like a lift. Pull, reach, and release. Last one. I guess stays on the floor and down. Great work, well done. So you might need to take a few seconds in here. You can place your hands just by your shoulders or by the side of your body. Just take a couple of nourishing breaths in. When you feel ready, use your hands on the shoulders, lift up. Let me take a couple of calf stretches just to ease off that spine. The belly comes towards the floor as you inhale, and as you exhale, pull the belly in. Round from the tailbone all the way up to the top of the head. Eye gaze towards the belly. And then on your next inhale, one more time, relax the belly, and on the out breath, pull everything to center. Shoulders away from the ears, space between the shoulder blades, and then release. Great work. Alright, so swing your legs forward. Place hold of your band. Feet come together. And you're going to place the band just about halfway at the back of your sole of your feet. So you want to try and keep it as straight as possible, or as flat as possible, simply because it's not very comfortable when it's curling up into your feet. Alright, so you want kind of equal ends. And to start with, you're just going to keep your knees slightly bent, sitting up nice and tall on the sit bones. And I'd like you to cross your bands. So you're going to take like an X shape, cross your bands. So the left end of the band is in the right hand, right end of the band is in the left hand. You're going to find a comfortable hold between the thumb and the index fingers. The spine is long as I said, so sit up nice and tall on the sit bones. Taking a nice big breath in, breathe out. Think about keeping your knees and your feet toward each other as you start to tuck the pelvis under and then curve through the shoulders, putting the belly and creating a C shape in the spine. So almost like, so this is kind of like your roll up, hands either side of your thighs. And then slowly come back to center and then straighten out. Good, we're going to do that again. So slowly rolling back. Now this time, once you roll back and you've got the C shape in your spine, see if you can extend your legs out. And then slowly rolling back to center. And then relax the shoulders down. Good, so you're going to try and do this with the legs straight. If you need to, you can have a slight bend in the knee, and you're going to keep the tailbone tucked under. So it's just a very, very gentle roll up. Good, so you're going to roll back, holding onto the band. Be aware that you're not using the band to pull yourself up. So you're going to focus on the spine, the tailbone under, and the belly engaged. Good. So we're now going all the way down. Today, we're going to find a position that you can comfortably hold with the chin tucked in, the shoulders rounding. And once you reach your maximum, see if you can lift your leg just a little bit off the ground. Relax back and down and slowly find your way back to center and back into your neutral spine. Good. Rounding through the spine as you start. You may lift a little bit higher. Release and then slide your feet away as you come back to center. Lovely job, well done. So as you come back next time, when you lift your feet, see if you can find a balance and reach the arms as wide as you can to the side. Slowly release, down with the feet, and rolling back to center. 2 more like this. So you're gonna roll first, find that balance, find the strength in the core, putting everything nice and tight in through the midline, putting a nice and wide bit of tension in your chest, in your back, release, and slowly release the feet as you slide back to center. Great work. You're gonna keep your leg straight, or option is to straighten. Actually, I'm gonna start with the legs bent first. So let the shoulders back and down. Take a big, beautiful breath in and breathe out to curl again, just about halfway. You're gonna bring the arms just to the side of your thighs again. So keep that pulling tension on the band. And then we take a twist. So you're gonna take an in breath. On the out breath, with your left hand, you're going to gently pull the left hand towards the back, pull the elbow behind you, and take a little look behind you. And then release back to center. Take this on the left side. So you're going to pull the right hand. Pull back, look behind, and release back to center. That's it. Now, if you do find that you're getting tired, you start to arch through the back, you're going to come back. Take a little rest, release the shoulders, and then come back into the exercise again. So you're gonna let your upper body roll back. If you feel like you can manage to keep the leg straight, the leg stays straight, and you're gonna turn as far as you can. The tension is on the arm that you pull in. Good. You got 2 more each side, and then we're gonna move on. All right. So slowly, mindfully rolling, keeping that space in the upper part of the back, and then squeezing the shoulder blades toward each other. Every time, find the center, use your breath, breathing in, breathing out. Last one here, in and out. Fabulous job. Slowly roll forward, release the band, out from there, Give yourself a little shake. You might find that your spine may need a little release. So use your arms, reach forward, take a little stretch with the back of the body, pulling the belly in towards the spine, rounding, and then let it go. Fabulous job. So next one, you're gonna take a little tie with a band around your ankles. Now, if you fold it in half and you tie it, you're gonna have a lot of resistance on your hands. So if you wanna work super, super hard, you do that. If you'd like slightly less resistance, you're still going to work quite hard if you just use the band and just take a nice knot. Now you want to make it nice and strong because you don't want it to snap it on you. So you make maybe a double knot and you just untie it at the end of the session. Okay, so this is the last little bit we're going to do, and we're going to work with the side kick. So you're going to have your band around your ankles and lie down on the side of your body. So any side, because we're going to do it on the other side. This is when lie on the left, so you're going to find your feet one on top of the other, and your arm can rest underneath your head. If you do have a cushion instead to use, that's great. So stretch your shoulders, stack your hips, and the feet are all staked. So find your alignment. Your hand that's free is resting in front of you. Create the length in the body, feel the hips facing forward, and then breathe in through the nose, out through the mouth. When you feel ready, taking any breath, on the out breath, lift the top leg. You're gonna feel straight away that there is only a certain height that you can lift up to. Relax back on the in breath, and then breathe out and lift again. So as you lift, needless to say, you're using the resistance of the band. So you're going to press against the band. And you may try and lift up higher every time, or you may go a certain height that you are working to. That's all good, as long as your hips are stay facing forward. So you want to keep a nice resistance on the band. You want to feel the outer part of the thigh, the quad engaging, and of course the muscles in your hips and lower abdominals working. Upper body is nice and relaxed. Be aware of your shoulders, that they're not curling forward. So your body's in between two panes of glass. Good. You're gonna have two more. Feel the tension. And then release back and down. This is your last one. You're gonna lift your leg and you're gonna hold it there. So at the hardest point of tension, you're gonna hold it for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2, and 1. Hold it there. Bottom leg lifts. And then we're going to scissor forward and back. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Feet together and release the legs back and down. I bet you feel that one. So you may find you bring your knees up towards your chest and give that thigh and that part of the glutes or the hips more like a little bit of massage, a little patting if you need it, and then slowly roll yourself over onto the back of your body. Now with your band, you can either keep it around your ankles, or for the work what we do with the abdominals, you may slide it up just into the top of your knees. So we are going to wind the feet down towards the floor, feet about hip width apart. If you got your band around your thighs, you are going to feel a bit of extra work in there as well. So we're going to find the arms joined by the side of the body. 2 exercises targeting upper abs, lower abs. Whenever you feel ready, I'd like you to take a nice big in breath and let the arms reach up above your head. So you may keep them nice and long, or you may got a slight little bend in the elbows. So the abdominals are pulling in, the lower back's connected towards the floor. Take a couple of big breaths in. As you breathe out, tuck your chin towards the chest, lift your head off the ground, and take a little crunch, reaching the hands either side of your thighs. And then reaching the upper arms above your head on the in-breath, ribcage stay, pulling nice and tight, and then breathing out to curl, and then reaching the hands either side. Great job. So next time, we're going to add a couple of passes. As you come up, you're going to reach your hands towards the outer thighs, and you're going to go 1, 2, and release back and down. Good, one more time like this. Lifting up, eye gaze fixed towards the middle, 2 pass, and releasing back and down. Now 2 times 2 is 4. So next time as you come, you can turn the palms down towards the floor like in the 100 of palms facing the thigh. So you got 4, 3, 2, 1, reach above, and then one more time. 4, 3, give the tension on the band. 2, 1, reach above. 3 times 4, 8 again. So you got 8, 7, 6. Try to lift a bit more of your spine of the floor. 3, 2, 1, and release. And then hold it right there. So I'm going to give you a little bit of a break. Let the arms relax back into the floor. You may stretch your legs away and take a full body stretch. So I'm going to add the combination of this and a double leg lift. So whenever you're ready, let's practice the double leg lift first. From the ground, breathe in, breathe out. Relax your arms by the side and see if you can really tuck your tailbone under so your lower back is towards the floor. And breathe in and breathe out to lift both of your feet at the same time off the ground. And you're going towards a tabletop. Okay? And then breathe in at the top and then release the feet back in towards the floor. Good job. Let's do it again. Breathe in, breathe out, lift. Breathe in, breathe out, and lower. Good work. So you're going to take your time. Slow breathing to start with. You want to find the control. If this you find too much, you've got the choice to get rid of the band and then work one leg at a time. Okay? Beautiful work. Last one here. Relax. Awesome. Keep your feet on the ground. Reach your arms above your head. Let's do the exercises, the couple of them together. So we're going to do the passes first. We're going to go for 8 passes and then 2 double leg lifts, 4 rounds. There we go. Breathe in, breathe out to lift. We've got 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Reach the arms up and the legs. 1 and drop, 2 and drop. Upper body. 8, 7, 6, 5. Keep the shoulders away. 2, 1. Arms reach, lift legs. 1 and 2. Now for the last 2, I've got a challenge for you. Can you maybe lift your feet off the ground? So you're going to get the feet lifted. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Arms above. Lift the legs. Extend them away. Bring them in and down. Last round. Feet on or off the ground. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. I'm sure you can feel the effort in my voice. Tabletop. Slide the legs away. Bring them in. A few extra here. Keep the lower back down. And in. Out. And in. Last one. And hold it right there. Great. Feet come down to the ground. You're going to slowly roll yourself over to the side. Take a stretch if you need it. Press yourself up. And I'm going to bring my legs around on the other side so I can work the other side, kick, other side. So, on the right side. Of course, before you get yourself comfortable, slide the band down to your ankles if you have brought them up towards the thighs. So stack your feet, the hips, maybe use the back end of your mat. Everything is a straight line, shoulders back and down. Taking a nice couple of breaths in before you start. Side of the body is nearly lifting off to engage, keep the core engaged. And when you're ready, start off nice and slow. So maybe start only with a little feet hips apart position, right? So all the muscles in those hips start to work. Tailbone is a little bit tucked under. And there's a massive pressure on the inner and outer thighs. Especially on the outer thighs as you lift. Good. So see how you're getting on this side. You may be a bit more wobbly. And if you do experience any back pain, I suggest you have your feet slightly in front of your body line. So just like that. 2 more. Lifting. Releasing. Flexing those feet is going to help you to engage the back of your legs as well. And then next time when you lift up, allow you to hold it as high as you can. Full tension on that leg. For 5, 4, 3, 2 and 1. Lift the bottom leg, feet slightly away from each other. You got scissors for 10, 8, one leg forward, one back, 6, 3, 2, keep your balance, and 1. Feet together and slowly lower down. Great work. So use your hand to push up, but before you do that, you may just want to bring those legs in and give yourself a little rub, a little tap. Place your hands on the floor. Gently lift yourself up. You can undo your band. And if you do wish, take a little release with one of my stretching videos to make sure that you don't have any tension built up in your hips. Thank you so much for practicing with me today. I hope you enjoyed your session with your band. You can purchase the bands from the internet. I'm not sure if Sports Directs are still open with the lockdown going on, but in some of the big stores as well. So thanks you for sharing this class with me. If you haven't done it, your subscription yet, you can do that, and then you get notifications about any upcoming new videos. Alright, thanks guys, I'll see you next time. Bye bye.